Let's play a game. Let's go tell all. You tell me about you, and I'll tell you about me. Deal? Tell me about you, and I'll tell you about me. Tell me about you, and I'll tell you about me. Tell me about you, and I'll tell you about me. Tell me about you, and I'll tell you about me. Tell me where you come from. What's your life like? Tell me everything. I'm trying to get in your private life. I'm talking deep. That's on the surface, water like. Spill all the bees on the floor. What came up tonight? I wanna know you, the real you. Tell me everything. Interrogation, detect the room. I'm intrigued by your mystery. Pulling up the sheets. Tell me about your history. I wanna know what make you smile. You got a nice smile. Could light up the whole room, shut the whole place down. The way you talk is real smooth, real smooth. I'm talking paintings on the floor. Come here, let's get to it. How you react when you mad, going through some shit. I'll be there to help you pick up the pieces. I said that's real shit. You fucking with a real chick. Sometimes the way I move make me hard to deal with, but I'ma tell you just what it is. I'm 22, that's too young to be having kids, but shit don't go my way. I may throw hissy fits. Been through a lot, so don't got time for the games and shit. I'm Brooklyn born, product of the projects, breed boy. After Fab, I said I got next. Big facts, I got big dreams. Don't fuck that up for me. Dream a touring, living life with luxury. I came from a troubled past, but that's in the past. It's time to focus. I'm focused. I'm getting to the bag. At 6, yeah, I lost my dad. He was a great dad. So tolerant to lousy men, something I don't have. At 7, yeah, I lost my mom. She was a great mom. Told me be smart, be superwoman, and stay strong. Tell me about you when I tell you about me. Said tell me about you when I tell you about me, baby, baby. Tell me about, I'll tell you about. 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 Not really, but yes. Hey, my name's Ebony J, and this is the Purpose Radio Show and Podcast, and today I have an amazing guest with me, Ora G Prophecy.
We're here in Brooklyn.
Yes, Brooklyn, you know, Brooklyn natives. That's what it's about. So tell us a little bit about yourself, Prophecy. Who are you? Where do you come from?
Well, I come from Williamsburg before gentrification. We had a nice little conversation before.
Yes, let's speak about Williamsburg before gentrification, because you know 2019 there's a bunch of gentrification, parks, a whole bunch of fucking dogs running around and shit, families, you know.
That's a fact.
Restaurants. So.
Like, I remember seeing all of the Spanish restaurants going from popping to just closing down.
Wow.
And what's crazy now is that, like, because the rent is so high, nobody can afford it, you know? And even spots that were made for the community now are costing too much that people can't even eat there no more. But you know, Williamsburg is still where it's at. We got that nice ass pier. We got the red bridge, you know?
Yeah.
It's really nice out there.
Yes. I go to Williamsburg because something people don't know about me is that I love water. So I love going to the piers. I love going to just see water views. I love going to the bridges. Like, that's something that relaxes me, that soothes me, that calms me. So I go to Williamsburg and I go to the pier.
Now, let me ask you a question, because like only OGs have done this. Have you gone onto the circular cement things outside of the pier?
Okay, are you talking about where you're like walking like
so there's like this big condo place, and there's like an opening that has a gate that goes from like being fences to being rails, and you can like squeeze through it, or there used to be a hole that you can go under, and you would walk along the shoreline, and then you can go into these big, huge like cement circles. And then if you go there, you mentioned water. Like the reason I brought that up is because I would like always go there and just like hear the water moving, because at any time of the day you can hear the presence and the power of the water, you know. And then like if you're a writer, then that's just like
exactly. That's what I go there for. I'm not sure if I missed it or if I've been there, because I know that before like they started building it, before like, because now they have like a nice park or whatever, but before they built it, it was like it was nothing there, and it was like in the building process. So I was there during that. I don't know if that's maybe the same spot that you're talking about, because I've never been.
Did you break in there? Did you?
No, I didn't break in any place.
Okay.
I don't know if I was supposed to be there. It was late at night, but I'm not sure I broke in.
Yeah.
I always walk into places like I belong there. So even if I was breaking in, you wouldn't know it. It'd be like, hey.
That's the key.
Yeah,
that's
you
the
gotta
key.
act like
you gotta
you
do it
own
with
shit.
the finesse.
Exactly.
You
like,
just walk
hey,
right through.
I belong here. This is my shit. What you talking about? Yes. So let's speak about the single. We're gonna play a little bit of the single. He's promoting his newest single, Haha.
Yeah, it's a special way you're supposed to say it. But
yes, how do we say it?
Oh, I can't do the falsetto, but we're gonna listen to it so that we can try it together later.
We're gonna listen to the track and we'll try it together after this. Let's get into it a little bit. And we're gonna speak about how did you come up with the name Haha.
Yeah, it's a great story, to be honest.
It's a great story. It's a great song. The single's out now on all streaming platforms. Check it out. Prophecy. OIG.
Turn you into a star. Let your friends watch VCR. I'm trying to liberate who you are. He just trying to play you like guitar. Yeah, girl, you could be a star. Let your friends watch VCR. I'm trying to liberate who you are. He just trying to play you like guitar. I can make your body go. It's the way you put it down, nice and slow. I just made your body go. It's the way you fuck with me, baby. I just made your body go. Dripping from pleasure when I'm gripping your dress up. Get to the business, she starts seeing novellas. Queen of the South when it's deep in the mouth. I'm the king of New York when I'm busting it down. Shorty never won for the make-believing. Baby, never once have I sold a dreaming. The only thing up is my bedroom ceiling. We could be together, Bonnie Clyde, meaning I could turn you into a star. Let your friends watch VCR. I'm trying to liberate who you are. He just trying to play you like guitar. Yeah, girl, you could be a star. Let your friends watch VCR. He just trying to play you like guitar. But me, I can make your body go. It's the way you put it down, nice and slow. I just made your body go. It's the way you fuck with me, baby. I just made your body go. Hands around your hips, baby, I just wanna take a dip. If I do it real smooth, I know I'll swim. Slip it, sloppy ride once I get it up inside. Hey, baby, I can make you say, oh my God. And when I make your body move, make you say, oh my God. I could turn you into a star. Let your friends watch VCR. I'm trying to liberate who you are. He just trying to play you like guitar. Yeah, girl, you could be a star. Let your friends watch VCR. He just trying to play you like guitar. But me, I can make your body go. It's the way you put it down, nice and slow. I just made your body go. It's the way you fuck with me, baby. I just made your body go.
Yes, y'all. That was ORG Prophecy.
Yeah.
Ha ha.
Ha ha.
Yes,
That
I
was
can
the
make
first
your
time I
body
got
go. Ha ha.
Exactly, you know.
Yes, so let's speak about the concept of this song,
Sure.
because this song is just like a real smooth song. It's jolly. It makes you want to dance, make
Exactly.
you want to sway your hips. It can make your body go. Ha, ha.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, so let's speak about the song, haha.
Sure. I mean, it came about through pure magic, to be honest. Like, me and my homie Zachary, the trumpet kid, he's the one singing on there. We kind of just got together in the winter time back when it was like scary, where nobody wanted to be a part of it.
Yeah.
And when we thought like it was right between the time when it was supposed to be hot, but it was not. And then that kind of like led to some sad feelings, some like depression. So we were like, you know what? Let's bring summer here by ourselves,
Yes.
So thankfully our homie M4, but it's Ralph though, gave us the beat. We actually made it together, and then it just went from there. At first, it was a joke when he first laid down the ha ha.
Yeah.
We were like, we were laughing for like 15 minutes straight.
Like,
like,
it works.
Yeah, it works.
It works.
And it was the catalyst and what started the whole album. And it was and it allowed us to like say, you know what, let's make bubblegum music.
Yeah.
For the summertime.
Nice. Yeah, so let's speak about the project, because
Sure.
Is it a project or is it an album to you? What would you say?
Honestly, I just think it's
A body of
I'm gonna pull a Drake and say that it's something else. It's just like a transitional period,
Yes.
Like in layman's terms, it might be like an EP, but it's really like an evolution of my skills. Because like most of the album, I'm producing it, except this song, which was produced by our homie Ralph. But I really try to push the limits on this one. I really wanted to see what I can do, and I fell in love with like that pop sound. I fell in love with the idea of less is more.
Yes.
When it comes to writing, when it comes to producing, when it comes to just music in general.
Yes, I was gonna ask you what inspired this project? Like, what made this project so important for you? Like you said, this was like a project that you wanted to put out. I'm not gonna say a throwaway, but it wasn't necessarily like a name, or it wasn't necessarily like an obligation that you felt you needed to do, but more as a fun and summertime. And I want to see like an experiment. Like I want to see what I'm capable of, and I want to see how does the audience see it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, everything that happened was so organic, and that's why I kind of feel like this is my best project so far, personally, because before this, Zeus will tell you we were working on like a lot of different things, a lot of different projects. But when I first started with that Ha Ha song, it became an idea. It became like, all right, let's make ourselves feel good. It's kind of that philosophy that if you like smile every day, you'll feel
happy,
better.
Yeah.
But like it's a bit adapted, because I kind of feel like I know people that have tried that and said that they didn't feel nothing.
Work, yeah.
But it's kind of like, the way I kind of feel is like you got to put yourself in those situations. You may not have to force yourself to smile, but you should put yourself in a situation where you can smile. So like if you watch, like I like watching some comedy routines before I go to bed, give myself a little laugh before I knock out, And this is kind of how it began. Like it was really trash. Like I'm telling you, it was cold. You were here. You know what that's like, and anybody who's in New York knows
like,
what
where's
that's
summer?
Like. Yeah, exactly. And now that it's finally here, like now it's like, all right, we're gonna take it back. We're gonna live it like it's the last summer.
And now you have summer anthems, like
Exactly.
Now you got that summertime music, that beach, that pool party music, that summertime vibe, backyard party. So you got the right thing. You got the
we
right
were going
idea
for
going.
that like 1980s kind of vibe. We
Nice.
want the video that we're gonna shoot is gonna be like, real cheesy, real fun, real skate, like roller skates. We're gonna be on the beach. It's gonna be a great time.
Are you a big fan of the 80s?
Well, I'm respecting the sound more, because I kind of feel like, I grew up kind of sheltered. I grew up with a Spanish household, so all I heard was bachata and merengue, all that shit. But but then like I remember the first time I heard hip hop, I fell in love with it. I heard honestly I heard Weezy first.
I was gonna ask you about that. Like what was the first song or the first project that you say that made you fall in love with hip hop? Like, or made you fall in love with music, period? Like what inspired you to do music?
Honestly, like when I was younger, like I would love Aventura, which is this like bachata band, and I would hear them.
I had a lot of Spanish friends growing up. I was the black girl that got along with all the Spanish girls. And I would get invited to the parties, and they would teach me to do bachata and shit.
Oh, so
and
you lit?
I'll be the only black person like dancing. They be like, "What the fuck?" They thought I was Dominican or something. I'm like, "Hey, I belong here."
Yeah. So growing up, like that's all I heard, and like that those lyrics were always so passionate and so like emotion grabbing. And then I remember like being able to the first time going outside by yourself, and you can like go to the park or wherever you're going. So on my way there, like I started like hearing like allowing myself to experience my surroundings, like really terrified. And then I would hear, and I remember hearing like the first Wayne song I've ever heard. I don't remember what it was, to be honest, but I remember hearing it, and I was like, you know what is going on here? And then like for weeks I was trying to figure out what it was, because like my mom wasn't gonna tell me.
You didn't know.
So then, like, you know, talking to some friends and actually hearing the music and then becoming engulfed in it, it just changed my life.
Nice.
And then, you know, going back to like the 80s kind of sound, like more recently, I kind of had a breakthrough and started listening to a lot of like psychedelic rock and like a lot of synth music and really falling in love with that. Like I was listening to Tame Impala, which is a newer group, but the way that he creates music is just seamless. Everything is from beginning of the album to the end of the album. There's no dead space. It's all music.
You can listen to it fully through.
And that's kind of the approach I took to this. Like I wanted it to be something you could throw on, like when you're going to the store, when you're getting your clothes from the laundromat, you know. And I wanted it to be a short experience. It's 4 songs with 2 skits at 15 minutes. You know, it's like that nice travel music, you know. And like I said, it has like good concepts. It's all about like making yourself feel good, but not in like a making myself feel good by making you feel worse kind of way. It's just like, yo, it's just me, you know. It's just,
we're all gonna feel good.
Exactly. There's in the second song, my homie China Marie did the hook, and it's just basically saying that I'm everyone's type.
Hello,
know?
I love that. That's one of my favorite songs on the project.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, who is this girl? Like, she is dope.
She
like,
definitely.
Yeah, shout out China Marie.
I'm like, shout out to China Marie. Like, she's dope.
Yeah.
I like the song. Like, you guys did an amazing job on that song. It's a feel good song. So yes, continue talking and telling the people about the song.
Yeah, I mean that song like I created the beat before anything was supposed to happen. Originally it was supposed to be my crewmate Ja Huey, who was gonna be on there, but unfortunately he couldn't get it on.
Nice.
And then I invited China Marie over. I've always been like, I always admired her work, and I wanted to get on something with her. And then we played the track, and it was like it happened out of nowhere, you know, and it was great. We laid it down, and then at first it's like it was weird, but then it just like made so much sense, you know. And it was one of those songs. It was probably the second to last song that I wrote, and I wrote it in Colombia when I was looking at some mountains, you know.
Yes.
And being up that high kind of gives you that feeling, that strength. And then we created it, you know. And it's just like another anthem that people haven't even heard yet.
Yeah. Were both of you guys together when you wrote this song? Or?
Yeah.
Wow. So
See,
that's amazing.
My approach with this album was kind of like a DJ Khaled of sorts, because I wanted to create in the moment music. So I would invite for most of the album, I would invite artists to come over, and we would create the beat on the spot. You know, that's why me and Zachary are such good friends, because he's amazing. He's hands down, that guy is on a whole different level. And you can play any synths, you can play like the beginnings of beats, and he'll just throw like hooks, lines like back to back to back, and it's like, yo, you just threw 5 songs out of nowhere. And then you know, that happened with all the artists on the album, and we were able to like create the beat first, and really talk about the ideas.
Go through the process
exactly.
Together.
Yeah. So the album is called "Can't Sleep Sober." So like really explaining.
I was gonna speak to you about that because you have this 6-song EP project, and the title is "Can't Sleep Sober." Yeah. How did you come up with the name "Can't Sleep Sober"? Sometimes I feel like I can't sleep sober. Shit.
Yeah, we can.
That's facts, you know. Like I gotta have a blunt before I go to sleep. And
honestly,
that's just like a routine of mine.
Yeah, I felt that too. I mean, and it wasn't until like I had to not sleep inebriated that it really hit me, because you know I got sick over the winter. Because you know I love the cold, so I just fucked myself over for that. But so it was cold, so I had a cold, so I couldn't sleep high because it would just really mess me up. Then in the middle of the night, I wake up and I'm just drenched, having like nightmare city, you know, and you know it was a very specific and personal nightmare. It was like one of like. And I was gonna. Yeah.
Why do you think that was, if you don't mind?
Honestly, and that's why. And it's a great question, because that's why the album is the feeling that it is. Because when you're sleeping, when you're high, when you're doing what you got to do, like you'll put aside the things that are surreal. You know, you'll want to exist in this higher plane that's like happiness.
You'll push it to the side.
Exactly, yeah. So that's why, like, you'll sleep comfortable every time you smoke. You know, there's nothing coming from the deep that's gonna make you feel any type of way. But so I kind of feel like it's that kind of mentality. Like prior to that point, to be honest, I would say that I haven't slept sober for like a couple of years. You know, so that point, it just like it really came back with a force. So at that moment, I was just like, yo. And then I started thinking about it and kind of breaking it down, because I'm an Aries. That's all we do. And then I decided to make this album as a way to be like, I want to explain that. I want to explain that feeling of being in that cloud sense, of being like random, of having these really nice dreams, of having this high energy, you know. And the idea was to explain that, so that, you know, in the future I can explain the other side, the hidden side of all of that, you know. Yeah. That's why it's short. That's why it's like, because honestly, it's part one in my mind, you know, but we here.
Yes, exactly. We getting this bitch. Yes, so with the, so you spoke about why is it short, because I was going to ask you, why do you think it's going to be, why do you think the project is 6 songs? And why did you choose for it to be 6 songs versus it being one of a longer project, like 14 songs or maybe 10 songs at least? I believe you said, is it 15 minutes?
It's 15 minutes. It's really short.
It's a 15-minute project.
I kind of feel like I became obsessed with it, with like being short and brief, back when like everyone was just like, oh, we gonna run up the streaming numbers. Was it when everybody was doing the 1-minute songs, or maybe? Nah. It was back when. It was back when Views drops and it was like 26 songs, and then it was like all these albums just wanted to take advantage of listeners, you know. And you know, I've done albums that were like 10 songs before, and I just felt like it doesn't, people don't want to hear that if you're not a big artist. If you're not in someone's mind, they're not going to want to hear that. I
think my first project was 10 songs. Or 8. Or maybe we didn't make it to 10 and just went to 8 songs.
Yeah, and you'll realize that. I mean, we live in an industry that's really cruel. Like if you're not popping, they gonna let you know. Like your numbers don't lie. You feel me? So like after thinking about it, like I tried it in my last EP, which was 2 songs at 6 minutes.
Okay. Damn, 2 songs.
Yeah, and it was called Balance. So one song was like this really introspective track, and the other song was like this like high energy kind of thing. And then after like learning from that, I really started to want that like addiction, you know, that addiction formula. You know, I did a lot of research behind that as well, and figuring out what makes you want to listen to that popular song that's on your iPod, even though like low key you're just like, I don't want to listen to this, but it's like you singing the hook, you singing the chorus, you know, and stuff like that. And you know, it's not like it's not rocket science. Like you can figure it out. Like if you do your research, like music hasn't changed in 40 years, you know. And then with that formula, I was kind of like, you know, I wanna have fun with this album. I want people to listen from beginning to end. So that's what became making these very short songs, but making them really big in terms of how we created them.
Yes. Yeah. Alrighty. What is your favorite song on the project?
That's a hard one.
Yes.
Is it a cop-out to say one of the skits?
Exactly. Listen, you're on my mind, because I was just gonna throw it out there that I love the Dream skits. Mm-hmm. Like the Dream.
Do you know who that was?
I had to do my research.
That was Patrice O'Neal.
Patrice O'Neal, yes.
Yeah, he's
Is that one of your favorite comedians?
Hands down, yes.
Name 3 of your favorite comedians. Go.
3 of my favorite comedians.
Bam, go.
Bill Burr.
Okay.
This is not in order. All please. Dave Chappelle, and then Patrice O'Neal.
Okay.
Yeah.
I only know 2.
Which ones?
Patrice and
Dave Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle, yes.
Bill Burr is wild, but I kind of feel like
Bill Burr is an angry man.
Yeah, he is an angry man.
Bill Burr is an angry man.
But he's hilarious.
He's hilarious.
He's like angry just because like life itself kind of sucks.
Yeah, imagine someone who can.
Is it dark comedy? Like, how is it?
Yeah, it is dark comedy, but it's like someone who's telling you how it is, and then like it's like he keeps going to the point where you're like
You don't know whether to laugh or not.
Yeah, but it's like it's his desperation. He's like, I don't know the answer either. Like this is where we are. It's hilarious. I find it funny, but you know, it's not for everybody.
Yeah. Alrighty. So, what is your favorite skit?
Dreams. Honestly, like that interview that I found of Patrice was like probably the thing that related me to anything more than anything, you know, because
can you play a little bit of that?
Oh, of course.
Yeah, let's hear a little bit of Dreams, because I like that also. It's a beautiful song. I like the message. I like what it's talking about. It's just
what is it that you're trying to do here? What are you?
That's a good question. Yeah, it ain't make money.
Y'all get to hear some shit.
Because I'm stuck, you know. Like everybody, you know, Carlos was saying, I want to buy my mom a house. Yeah, I do too. Everybody want to buy.
Right.
But one thing I learned about this game early is it's a lonely game. It's a lonely journey. It's really hard. Like my mother didn't support me. She supports me now, but it's one of them things. It's like, this shit is a dream. And you know, you ever try to, dreams are something you do by yourself. You ever have a dream and then try to tell somebody the dream you had? You wake up and be like, hey, here's what I was dreaming. And they be like, really? So unicorns, and then what happened? That's the same thing as saying, I want to do something besides be what's already planned out. Plumber, doctor, lawyer, you know, dentist. There's a plan. This thing here is like a leap of faith, and you just keep falling.
If that what stuck out to me is two pieces is when you tell someone you have a dream, or when it's not in every life track that people suggest you to go on to. Like with me, it's like, okay, finish school, go to college, get a job, you know, and then you're stable, then you're good, then you're living a life. When I decided to do music, it's like, wait, what's going on? You were just in college. Wait, what? What happened? You know, like, and no one in my family never really pursued anything like that, or never really took that big of a step, that big of a leap, and had that much faith in themselves to go for it.
Of course.
So when I did it, it was just like, what's going on? And of course, you get that support now once you start doing it and once you start showing results. But when you first have the idea, or when you first have the dream, it's like, hey, it's a unicorn. What's happening? And this music dream is like a unicorn. It's a one. Well, now it's a lot easier, but it's still harder, you know, for if you're up and coming.
It's still hard.
It's still hard, you know. It's never easy.
It might be
People
harder due to the fact that everyone has that same
opportunity.
Access,
exactly
that same
right.
opportunity.
Exactly right. Like it's more competition. It's a ton of artists, and what's being played now is a lot of like bubblegum, you know, and a lot of like melodic, which is good, but a lot of music that doesn't have a lot of replay value. That's just here temporarily and not here for the long haul, and doesn't make you feel anything. Doesn't make you feel emotion. Doesn't make you want to go up and do something, get up and do something and be successful. So with that stuck out to me. And what stuck out to you? What made you choose that?
Honestly, like, I felt like he was speaking my story, and I feel like he was speaking everyone's story that wanted to be an artist. And honestly, it's sad to say, but Patrice unfortunately passed before he was able to reach his peak.
Yeah.
But what he's saying is like when he achieved moderate success is that this thing keeps going. You know, everyone hates on you when you try to do something crazy, and I chose it because it's like, all right, now you're coming into my world. Like, now you're coming into the dreamland that I see when I'm feeling happy or whatnot. But it's like, even to exist, even to be happy, you have so much baggage with you. You know, you have so many thoughts that come into your mind, like, all right, like I told my mom, give me 2 more years, you know, something like that, or anything that goes to your mind is always gonna be with you, even if you're winning Grammys. Like, I kind of feel like that.
I was gonna say, that's why, not to cut you off, but that's why you see a lot of successful people that's unhappy. It's like, once you get that success, or that phrase, you can have all the money in the world and still not be happy. It's like, you have to be the happiness within yourself. You have to love yourself, and you have to find the things that make you happy. The little things for me, it's little things that make me happy. And of course it's big things that make me happy. When I get there, I'll figure it out exactly what it is, because I haven't reached that success to where I'm like, this is it, you know. But once I get there, I'll feel satisfied. But a lot of people are unsatisfied because they do have a lot of that baggage that they're still dealing with, a lot of that trauma, unhappy thoughts, and they're still not fully done with the situation. So when they do get that success, or when they do get that money, or they do get that happiness, they're not focused on the future, but they're still focused on the past.
Exactly. And I just want to say, like, I feel like you know, I've read articles about how music and arts in general has the most amount of depressed people working in it. And it's like, and I kind of feel that it's great that we're seeing like a shift in that. Well, a shift in direction as to what people focus on. Like, we could talk about A$AP Rocky and like how I mean, maybe it's because he did acid, but I kind of feel like he's adapting his music to be more of stuff that makes him happy. Like, he also got inspired by Tame Impala, and now he's creating this music that isn't just thumping music. It's more like, it's more calmer, it's more at ease. And I kind of feel like you see that all throughout music now, and everyone's trying to go for that. Denzel Curry's trying to go for that. You know, countless other names. But yeah, it's like now the awareness of being healthy mentally is kind of shifting the dynamic, instead of being like, all right, let's go degrade our minds at the strip club real quick. You know, it's like now it's like, all right, like, let me go to therapy.
No, definitely,
let me figure out what this trauma is.
Yeah, you can hit the strip after therapy though.
That's facts though.
You see
the healthy strip. Yeah, the healthy strip.
You see a lot of people talking about mental health and awareness, and about the different issues that they're dealing with, and about how they could overcome it. And you see a lot of people digging in with organizations and trying to help out in that way. So I think definitely a lot of artists are stepping up to the plate and talking about what they're going through, and also trying to help the community in other ways also. Yeah,
I don't think, you know, maybe.
But then you see other people that obviously have mental health problems, and obviously are not talking about it, and obviously are still dealing with it, and obviously need to work on it.
They just need better friends.
Better guidance.
We sound cheesy, like some after school special.
Like
you just need more friends.
We got the answers, you know, but we're smart.
I don't know shit.
Facts. I mean,
I know that I know nothing.
As long, I feel like as long as people are okay with reflection, they'll be okay.
Yeah.
You know, because if you reflect, then ultimately these ideas will come to you. But I feel like if you're just like existing without really thinking about what anything means or how it goes, you're always going to be in that mindset.
You have to reflect. I feel like reflection is a very important part of growth. With reflection comes growth, you know. There's a lot of people that are of age that have not reflected, and therefore have caused a stumble in their growth.
We all know that those people that are still on their house steps, talking about plotting, you know, 2 years. It's a sad reality, you know.
Yeah. Life. Balance. I guess that's the balance in the world, but one day we'll all come together and all be great.
I mean, it's just about leadership, you know. You can change a mentality by being you. You don't gotta be the king of New York. You can be the person that inspires the kids on your block.
Exactly.
You know?
You can just be you and inspire others. You can just be you and be the inspiration of others, someone watching you and saying, I want to be like that person, or I got an idea of that person, or I'm going to go that way. Or, you know what, they got this somewhat right, and I'm going to do this to make it better.
Yeah.
You know?
I'll tell you a story. I mean, when I got the opportunity to go to Virginia to go to a college and perform, I performed a song called Sandman, and that song is about, you know, feeling like everyone around you is trying to bring you down, and about how like your family, like, you know, I kind of felt when I was in that space that my family was telling me that I'm not gonna make it, but it's like we haven't gone far as a family. You feel me? So like, and when I was performing the song is about chasing your dreams and just like going through it all, and just even if everyone is telling you, nah, you just like, I'm gonna do this regardless. I'll die doing this. Yeah. And after performing that song and after completing the set, there was a student that came up to me and was telling me that she enjoyed the song and told me that she wanted to be a doctor, but she had a health condition that was gonna before she was able to achieve that. Yeah. So like, and like she told me that she hoped that I achieve my goal for the both of us, Wow. And that moment right there was like the first moment that I was like, oh nah, we could change the world.
We can do this. Like, we can really
damn,
do
cuz
this.
I didn't even know that.
Yes, that's a beautiful story. That's amazing.
And that's what it's about, R.I.P. Nipsey,
Yes, R.I.P.
Hustle and motivate.
Facts.
Yes.
Marathon continues, you heard?
That's
Facts.
another person who I feel like his album was an amazing album.
Bro, he got robbed.
Should have won album of the year.
Hello,
He
album
got
of the year.
robbed.
And with that album, I felt like he
All
would
right
have
for
went
you,
to
though.
the next. He would have went to the next level because that album is a classic to me. That album is amazing.
It is. Honestly, like to be real, for me it was between that and Travis's album, but I really respected like the consciousness and the realness that came with Victory Lap, the 5 years of production to get it to happen.
It was 5 years production.
Yeah.
Wow.
He was wild.
I know he worked, but damn.
Mm-hmm. That's why like
He's been working
the
on it
beats
for a
feel
while.
like
nostalgic. It's amazing.
But like new, and it's
still new.
Crazy.
Yeah, he said he definitely have some classics on it. Like,
like that shit hit so hard just because he worked on it for so long. Been telling people like, don't worry, it's coming.
The marathon
It'll
continues,
come when it comes.
man.
Yeah.
The marathon
I
continues.
think that's kind of important for as an artist. You can't really let anyone else rush you.
You can't. That was one thing I learned very early. Is like, you have to do things on your own time. You have to do things on your own pace. And you have to learn what works for you. Like, you're the only person that knows you. You're the only person that knows what you want. And no one is going to work as hard as you. Like, no one believes in you as much as you believe in yourself. So if you want it, you got to go for it. You got to put that foot forward. And everything will follow. I believe you said something. This goes right on track with what we're talking about. You said something about how with the right people around you, and basically with the right headspace, everything would align. You said you will maximize true potential within alignment with like-minded people and the support of like-minded people. And basically saying with that, you can truly blossom. I believe that also. Talk to me about that a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I've been like encountering a lot of idioms and a lot of like sayings that people say, and it's been really ingrained in me, and it's really like if you really take them at face value, you can brush them off, but if you really try then to understand the meaning, then you'll be able to become what they say. So for example, like being the biggest fish in a small pond is like this nothing, Everybody, I feel like, it's sad to say, but I kind of feel like artists today are comfortable in their situations. Like if you have a community, if you're performing in front of the same peoples, you're comfortable there. Yeah. And then it becomes this thing where everyone isn't growing, and everyone isn't getting into a bigger space. Like I kind of feel like I want to be in spaces where everyone else is inspiring me. Everyone is like it's seemingly out of my reach, but you realize that nobody's different. Everyone is a person. Everyone can achieve anything. It's just about making those hours count. Yes. Making those 24 hours count during the day.
You have to.
And that's why like I kind of feel like throughout my career, throughout my life, I've been in situations that helped me grow. And then when I've overgrown that situation, I push myself into a different ceiling, try to break through that, try to break it into something else. And I kind of feel like the squad I'm in now, ORG and Nothing, kind of pushes that. Now we were blessed to get
ORG boys.
Yeah. Yes. Let's speak about ORG and Nothing, and I also want to speak about you. Let's first speak about you because you are multi-talented. You are a very special person. Like you have so many talents. Tell the people all that you do.
Well, mainly I'm I'd say my best talent right now is rapping, because I've been doing it for 7 years. So I've had great people in my circle that are harsh and inspiring. So they'll tell me this ain't the one, or like, you know, I mentioned him earlier, my homie Ralph is always about like getting these crazy metaphors, getting these crazy punchlines. So it's like I have the balance of influences around me that kind of help inspire what it is I like, you know. Like some days I wake up and I want to be like, all right, I'm gonna spit the craziest bars today, like 32s no hooks type thing. And then other times I'm like, you know what, I just want to make like a love song, just four bars or whatever, you know. And that kind of just shifts in and out. After that, you know, I've been getting into producing, and like I said, I kind of feel like I'm a sponge, and I kind of feel like everyone should try to be like a sponge, kind of, you know, connect with people that have skills that you don't have, and that you have skills that they don't have, and kind of share them. You know, I got into producing because my homie taught me how to produce. You feel me? Taught me how to.
I was gonna ask you about that, because when I heard you, I was when I first heard you, because I saw you around and stuff like that. But last I saw you, you were playing some of your beats, and they were really good.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
And now you're here doing an interview, and you're an artist.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying, tell the people about all that you do, and then we're gonna get into ORG and all that they do.
Sure, I'm you know, rapper, producer. I engineer sometimes. I can do Photoshop. I can do video editing. You know, a lot of the skills I learned happened because when I was younger, I was interested. Nobody was trying to help me. Nobody was trying to do it for free. Yeah. So it was like you got to do it. So I just learned how to do a lot of stuff from very young. And like honestly, like I would say that I'm just like a master at the keyboard, because like we can not actually the piano keyboard, but just like a computer keyboard, because we can make it happen. You know, if you have an idea.
Would you say that you were always into music as a child?
Yeah. Like I said, growing up with that Spanish music, that kind of just engraves your soul. Yeah. You know, they say that the reason why when we're younger we like thumpier, heavier music, faster music, is because we enjoy songs that can keep up with our heartbeat. Yeah, wow. So you know, at a very young age, like I was a wild little kid running around because I was listening to all this fast-paced music. Yeah. And I always loved that stuff. You know, unfortunately, like I had to like keep it under wraps from everyone that I was, you know, out here finessing. But yeah, I've always loved music. It was always my first passion, and you know, I gave up a lot to be where I'm at now with music. You know, I thought I was going to be a computer engineer. Didn't work out. So now we here rapping.
Yes, nice.
Making beats.
That's wonderful. Alrighty, and now let's talk about ORG or Nothing, the organization.
That's a fact. That's ORG or Nothing.
The family.
That is true.
Let's speak about it. When did you first join ORG? For the people who don't know, what is ORG or Nothing? Who are they? What do they do? We're
gonna need a whole different interview.
I know we've interviewed ORG or Nothing in the past. We interviewed ORG members.
Mm-hmm.
I hosted one of you guys' events.
Exactly.
Yes. Yeah, now. Ebony J was in his.
Yeah. You know, ORG or Nothing is like a collective of it is a collective of that like-minded individuals. Every one of us has a individual goal.
Damn niggas.
Yeah, we all have individual goals, and we're all driven and running towards them. You know, there's no like rest. And everyone has their own kind of skill sets, and our main goal is to create community, create something that everyone can enjoy. You know, we started off throwing shows, we started off doing vendors markets, we started off like helping people out. You know, it may sound cocky, but there's a lot of things that wouldn't be going on if we weren't there at the beginning and like building ourselves up and building other people up at the same time.
These are 100% facts.
Yeah.
You know, so to explain like all the things that we have that we've been doing is kind of impossible, but it's like our main goal is unity, especially in New York, because there's this, New York, I don't know why New York hip hop heads want to be all singular and be like, I was the one, no help, la 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 la. It's like, yo, come on, son. We could be like Atlanta. We all having a blast.
Yeah, the only reason New York isn't still the Mecca is because everybody want to be at each other's fucking throats.
Yeah, we could be.
Where everywhere else, these niggas will click up, collaborate, and do everything.
Yeah.
You know, and that's kind of like the mentality we're trying to kill. You know, you come to our shows, you feel the vibe. Once you come in, like everyone knows each other, or everyone is trying to get to know each other. Everyone is serious about making music. Everyone is trying to perform. Everyone is trying to make it happen. You know, and our goal was always to give people that are feeling like that an opportunity to perform, an opportunity to perform without paying or selling tickets or whatever have you, whatever lies they're telling you to make you go up there, you know. And we're very, very anti all that, and we just want people to have fun, people to vibe.
Yes.
And to answer when I joined, I think it was like 2015. And that was just around the time when I decided that I was gonna leave college, or upstate at least, because I went to college down here. Leave Rochester because of the conditions.
Okay.
Both weather and societal conditions up there.
Yeah.
And I wanted to come back down here and just start living for the people, living for myself.
Yes. So let's talk about YKTV.
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 You know the vibes. You know the
vibes.
Okay, that's what it stands for.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, already. I'm a little slow. Yes. YKTV. You know the vibes. Yes. Let's speak about, well, we already spoke about that with China Mac.
Marie.
And that's a good song. China Marie, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. But yes, China Marie. One of the other songs that I like is Believe. That was that the second song on the project?
Yeah, the first real song, but the second track.
Yeah, the second track, the first song.
I love that song. You know, and it comes off right after the dream,
yes.
So it kind of just throws it up there.
Yes.
You know, that song came about in a similar fashion as Ha Ha, is a similar fashion as all these other songs, where Maddie is someone that I've respected in the community for a long time. She has a great voice, and we've been trying to make something work for a long time. Facts, by Mads.
Yeah.
But you know, and it was never perfect, and I kind of feel like the reason was because I was always trying to explain myself when trying to find a beat. You know, when you go on YouTube and you type in like adjectives to trying to find
the
a beat
right
that
beat for you,
you know, it's like sometimes it's hit or miss. You'll spend a week trying to find something.
Yeah.
So it was something like that, because I couldn't find something that could match both of us and kind of like make it work. And then when we did this, we kind of were like, you know what, fuck it, let's try it from scratch.
Yeah.
And then I was telling her the emotions of just how I was feeling, and you know, the song kind of goes into that feeling straight off of dreams, where you're existing in this world that you're uncertain of, when you're existing in a place where not everyone isn't against you, but it feels like everyone is against you. And I talk about how like you should believe that you're gonna make it. It's pretty simple.
You gotta believe in yourself, and you gotta just believe. Period. Let's skip around and go to Righteous.
Righteous. That's a great song. I mean, the beauty in that song is that it's so empty. You know, the main star of the song is a trumpet. You know, played by Zachary Trumpet Kid.
Shout out to Zachary the Trumpet Kid.
Yeah, he
two songs so far. Shut you up.
Yeah, on the real, like he's been instrumental on this album. Yeah, like he was there when I wanted to make it work. You know, when I was talking to Zeus about it, talking to everyone in the squad about it. He was there, like sleeping over at the HQ, at the studio, making it happen. Like it was so many hours, and we were able to add that right before we finished mixing out the whole album. And the reason why I kind of left it with no lyrics, with no nothing, is because the song right before that, I believe it's called Summer. Yeah, Summer. Summer is like a high pace, like right before the season goes back into the wintertime, back into the fall, and you're like, is it gonna be hot another couple of days, or it's gonna be cold? You know, and there's like an analogy between like a fling that you had at the beginning of the summer, and now the fling is not really working out. And towards the end of the song, it's just like, all right, well, we're still in this place. And then when Righteous hits, it's like calm, it's serene, it's like really soft, it's really like soothing, you know. Soothing, and that also serves as a way to like leave out of this dreamscape. You know, when I made that, I wanted it to be like right before you wake up, like the sweetest of dreams, because you know
it's
when
the perfect way to exit.
Yeah, when you wake up, like you're tight that you wake up, you know. And at the end of it, there's another skit from or another part of that interview from Patrice O'Neal where he says that, like, you know, all he wants and all that, and reflexively, it's like me saying, all I want is to live righteously and not to. And he says he doesn't want it to be like religious righteous or like anything like that. He wants it to be like when he wakes up that he can feel like honest to himself. And you know, that's all I've ever wanted. Like, and that's why this album is and what this album is how it is. You know, like before this, I would really take other people's criticism seriously. I would take the fact that they're like, oh, why do you like making these love songs, or why do you like making these like pop songs? And then, you know, you get to a point where it's like, because I like it. Right. because it sounds good. It makes me feel something other than like aggressive. And you know, and that's weird saying as a New Yorker, because like you got that mean mug,
you're just always aggressive,
stapled on you, you know. But sometimes you just want to like chill, you just want to have some fun. And like, this is me basically saying like, I'm happy with myself. I don't care, you know, this is the one for me.
Carefree zone, just
exactly.
Totally having fun. Let's speak about Summer, because Summer's a good song. Yeah,
it has ORG Soul, and then Zachary comes back yet again.
Yes. Nice. It says, I need to settle down, and your body's like a summer hunting on me.
It's like it's your body's like summer. It's an analogy to that fling, you know, because the song right before is Ha Ha, and that song is like all energy. Is like, I want you to be mine because he's treating you badly, you know. And then right after it goes into like this lustful thing where it's like the excitement was always like there, and now that it's getting cooler, it's like, oh, are we gonna make this a winter thing? And the analogy is, you know, to me, that time period where it was cold, it was hot, it was cold the next day, hot the next day, cold the next day, and it just really gets to your skin, you know. And it's just like, sometimes you hot, sometimes you cold. What are we gonna do? What are we doing here?
Right. You speak a lot about the weather conditions. How does the weather affect you and your moods and how you're feeling, or what you're doing, or what's going on?
It's weird. I mean, I was born in April, so like I don't like the heat. Like Zeus knows, like even in the wintertime, I will never turn on the heater. Like I exist in the cold, you know. But
I don't make no damn sense.
but like I you know, maybe it's because I'm a bigger guy or whatever. But the summer, I just love the summer for the feels. But I love the winter as like comfortability, you know.
Yes.
And weather here is going bananas. Like we've never seen it like this before, and I think it's something we got to keep an eye out for. Yes.
This weather is so tricky. You don't know what's gonna happen. You don't know what to expect. Mother Nature is definitely fucking with us.
Rightfully so. Like
Rightfully so.
The earth is taking back control.
She's type tight right now at her children.
Yeah, she don't think we're doing good. What are you into besides music?
So this is where the interview gets boring, because I say nothing.
It's okay.
Nah, I'm joking.
You talked about anime earlier.
Oh yeah, I love anime. We talk about One Piece for hours. But outside of music, like I like one-on-one communication, or like small group communications. I like talking about stuff, maybe some nonsensical stuff. Yeah. Love talking about, you know, pop culture with my friends. We'll talk about best rap album best album hands down.
Definitely getting into that stuff.
Yeah, so all those conversations, I like learning from people. I like hearing people's philosophies. I like adapting my own to see how it not compares, but how how I can aggregate it to my own philosophy, you know. I've always been interested in psychology. I went to school for it after leaving upstate. And
what school do you go to?
LaGuardia, hands down.
I was gonna go to LaGuardia.
No funny shit. Like I really am thankful that I was able to get there, because, you know, coming back down like here and then having dead and just thinking about, yo, am I really gonna go continue doing this, you know? And everyone I've met that, you know, my classmates at LaGuardia when I was there last semester, they're about it. Like, you know, a lot of people have made mistakes that led them to be there, and it's like now it's like game time, you know. And being around that kind of environment really motivates you, you know. I've always said that I'm best under pressure. Like if I feel like time constraints under anything, I'll be able to get myself out of it, you know. It's a weird quirk about me.
Nice. Do you have a backup plan or anything that you will want to get into if you're not doing music solely?
I think I'll be fine. I mean, I throw events. I mean, I could be realistic and say that my passion is to be in music, but it's all right if I'm not at the front. I mean, I'm working as hard as possible to do that. You know, I'm working my ass off, and you know, I'm making some steps to get to that point. But it's like, as a being, I'll be comfortable just making music or just being around music. Like my ultimate goal, I want to get into schools, get people to realize that making music isn't an expensive thing. You could do it in any circumstances, you know.
If you had to choose a playlist, what would it be of your favorite artist?
A playlist of my favorite artists.
A playlist of songs, and then we'll do your top 3 favorite artists.
We're gonna put Mixtape Weezy on there, hands down. First. We're gonna put Fabulous on there. Let's not disrespect. Come on. And the last one is gonna be tricky, because I kind of want to make it like new age. Probably put some. I can't say Denzel after that New York line. You know, I can't really.
Who are you bumping right now? Or are there any people from New York that you think?
Oh, not that's different. Then this squad, we're gonna put the whole squad on there. We're gonna put OIG Only Mass up there. But yeah, you know, my playlist would just be like a lot of instrumentalists, a lot of producers. If it's not my gang, and if it's not Fabulous,
he would just be rapping over the beats.
Yeah, inspire you business wise.
Ooh,
I hit you with the ooh.
Musically, you know, my favorite artists are the people that inspire me. So Fab, Wayne, Game, and the list goes on. You know, I like.
Give me 2 more, cause now I'm curious.
Okay. Damn.
You said Game, Fab, and Weezy.
Yeah, but I mean, like, there's no order to this. Like, I changed the stuff. I'll put Big L up there. Okay. Fuck with Big L. One more. You gotta put Drake, because you gotta learn the formula. Yeah. You gotta learn the formula. But there's so many people I'm missing. Like I feel the heat from him, because I know I forgot someone that I listen to every day. But
listen, he's gonna give you the heat regardless. Don't mind this dude right here.
Yeah, don't mind me. I'm just.
Alrighty, so is there anything that I'm missing? Anything that you want to speak about really quickly before we go into something else?
Nah, I just want to say, you know, go to therapy.
Yes, I want to say that I definitely see the versatility in tracks. I definitely feel the summertime. I love the concept that you can't sleep and sober. Well, not the concept, because that's not a... It's a good concept, but, you know...
It's a good concept
stay
for
off
an
drug
album,
kids,
but
yeah.
You should learn to sleep sober.
Well, exactly, right.
Yes, one day you get very sick and everything comes back to haunt you.
That's the PSA that I'm trying to give you guys.
I don't want to give the impression that I'm out here saying, yo, let's not sleep sober. I mean, I think this is I think it's like I know it's taboo to be like, yo, this is what it's like, or this is what you're missing, but it's like, this is the experience, you know. There's gonna be times, or there's gonna be albums where I talk about the negatives of it, but right now it's like, it's summertime, you know. Take it for the analogy, and then know that this is just part one. This isn't the whole story.
Yes, because in your press, you also spoke about, like, you wanted to speak about the hardships of the world and what's going on, and how you're basically Not forced to live here, but you're here.
Yeah.
And you chose this. That's what it said. So explain that a little bit to me in depth of what you mean.
Yeah, I mean, we're here. Like, you and I chose to be here in this room right now. You know,
Yes.
everyone in here chose to be here, and that's the thing that unites us is ambition. Like, we all have our own individual goals, our own individual dreams. And going back to the whole dreamland kind of talking about unicorns and all that, like, once you make that decision, you're not gonna go back, like, to yourself or to anyone else. And I kind of feel like that's what I mean. Like, now I'm in this mindset. Now I'm in this place where it's like, we're existing in a very harsh industry where it's like, if you're an independent, it's not gonna, like, you have to fight your way up there.
It's
you know,
hard.
we know who won the best rap album of the year. We know how that worked. You know, we know what happened.
The politics.
Exactly. It's all the politics. It's all the handshaking, the fake smiles and all that. And it's like, now, like, it's like we exist in here, but we don't have to be made like that. We can change it. You know, I was speaking to someone who I really admire, Jive Poetic, just before coming here. And we were talking about how it's important to create moments. It's important to create things that people will always remember and take with them, instead of just following this trend.
Yes.
You know, following the what you're supposed to do. And you know, that's what I'm gonna say on that part, because, like, we got plans coming to make uniqueness.
I always say that big things coming. I always say that it's very important for you to leave impressions on people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, sometimes I often see people while I'm out, and I'm not necessarily like Ebony J mode, but I still would like to make a good impression. I still want to have that conversation and still build that connection and still leave that good impression on somebody. You know, you wanna make sure that you make somebody feel at home. You wanna make sure that you make somebody feel safe, whether it's through music, whether it's through a conversation. And yes, let's speak about any upcoming things that you have that you want to shout out. Can't Sleep Sober is now available on platforms.
Not yet.
But Haha is available on platforms, and it will be available on platforms. Make sure you guys check it out. It's a 6-song project. Very dope, very good. Versatility, so you won't get bored. Anything that you want to shout out before we go?
I want to shout out Squad or Nothing. I want to shout out everyone who's helped me get to this point. Mama.
Shout out Mama.
Shout out the mamas.
My sister. Shout out my manager Paz. Shout out Meezy. Shout out Atlas. You know, it's everybody. There's just
you wanted to speak about a little bit of new management. Let's speak about new management. What made you switch over to new management?
Well, I mean, it was like getting someone who was much more personal, as you see.
I mean, yeah, it's not really a switch. I'm still here.
Yeah, Zeus is
it's more like, I gotta make sure everyone's good.
Yeah.
But, like, I want to make sure that also individually they're good.
Yeah.
So I've known Paz for a while, and he actually brought her up about her taking them on. And I was like, yo, we can make that happen.
Yeah.
Nice.
I hit her up, we sat them down, and
like, honestly, it was another thing of magic. Like, the idea came to me after speaking to my brother Dorian, after he got an artist of his own, and we were just talking about management and talking about what artists really need, and he brought up Paz, and after speaking with her, like, I feel like I'm in a whole different ecosystem now. You know, we were talking One Piece earlier. Like, One Piece is about a pirate who gains his crew one by one, and what makes him special is that he's a little scrawny little kid, and he's telling these people 4 or 5 times his body structure that he's gonna be the king of pirates, you know. And that kind of motivation is what the mentality I have now. Like, I'm gaining people that are coming onto the group or coming into my team specifically, and it's like, now it's not just me. Now it's other people that believe in my vision.
Yes.
And now it's like, now we all have to make it. Like, there's no other option now. Now it's like we all have to eat somehow. So it's like that level of responsibility now is really pushing me to be here, because I don't like going outside my crib, you know.
No. So, that's how I am sometimes too. Like, everybody's like, oh, you're young, have fun, do this, do that. I'm like, I'm a fucking grandma.
TBH.
Like, I
the
like
crew.
to be in the house. I like to chill.
Yeah, I feel that too.
Like, and because I have
honest.
such a bubbly personality, everybody thinks that I'm like that 24/7. And I mean, I am, but I don't want to speak to everybody 24/7. Like, I'm hi, no, like, let me chill the fuck out, you know?
Yeah, it's a weird thing. Like, our squad is kind of low key full of hermits, but we're also like
you guys
the
are
most
like
lit niggas
so,
when we come outside.
Is introvert the right word for you guys? Introvert, like.
Oh yeah, you know.
I gotta have personal conversations with each of you guys.
Yeah, I feel like it's more of a balance thing. Yeah, it all depends on the context too.
What was I gonna say? Sorry to cut you off.
Okay.
But this is the Purpose Radio Show and Podcast.
Yeah.
And I haven't asked you, what's your purpose?
Ooh.
What is your purpose? You're on the
Facts.
Purpose Radio Show and Podcast. Everyone that comes on here has to say their purpose. I don't have my banner up, but everybody know my motto, turn pain into purpose, which basically means whatever pain you've been through, whatever's going on in your life, make it your purpose to do better and be better. I feel like my purpose is music, and it just help inspire everybody to be great. So branching off of that, prophecy. What is your purpose?
My purpose is to be a master of everything, in music specifically.
I would like to too, be a master.
And the thing is, and what I'll say in every single award, every single award that I may or may not win in the future, is that nothing makes me different than anyone else.
Yeah.
We can all be contending for this, you know. It's like you have to decide what you want and just go and just run.
Go get that shit.
Take off running.
Exactly.
Yes. This has been a beautiful interview. I'm happy that I actually got to sit down and speak with you. I don't think I actually had like a real full-blown conversation with you. So this was a wonderful convo. And
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for coming on to the show. Thank you for coming on to the show for the second time. It's been amazing. Shout out to S.STREET Media. Shout out to Fire in the Building. Shout out to Prophecy. Shout out to OYG or Nothing. Shout out to Ebony J because I'm fucking great. Shout out to the Purpose Radio Show and Podcast. And yes, this is the Purpose Radio Show and Podcast with Ebony J. Make sure you guys stream his music, stream my music, and check me out every Tuesday, guys. Ow.
Smoothest voice in the game.
Is it really? Thank you.
Y'all thinking the same.
Yeah.
What's your name, bro?
Prophecy.
Thinking the same shit.
Prophecy, how you get your name? Are we finito?
You be seeing shit.